Everyone treats summer like it owes you happiness. Long days, pool parties, your best life on a loop. So what does it mean when you feel worse? The summer blues are real. It's why summer is one of the busiest stretches of the year for people starting therapy. Therapy is not only for when you're in crisis. Growth therapy is for all the moments when you decide you want more. More support, more clarity, more tools. Mental health isn't a destination you reach. It's something you build, and Grow makes that easier. Grow connects you with thousands of high-quality licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions, nights and weekends. You can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. The therapist you want takes your insurance on Grow. Grow accepts over 125 insurance plans. Sessions average $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/booknow today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/booknow. growtherapy.com/booknow. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
Like, this will be like current.
Oh no. If you're paying attention, you're right in line with us.
We're not sitting on any secrets now. We're not
oh man.
It is
it's
current.
like we're doing it live.
It is. It really is. Please no calls. Well, we are here, episode 29, Life in the Dad Lane. I'm Ed Placencia. This is Lane Compton, and yeah, we've mentioned before how we started recording probably like 6 months before we started releasing, so we had a backlog of episodes, and because life is what it is, sometimes we'd miss a week, and we've missed some weeks, and we are current now. When this episode comes out, we just recorded this last week, so. And it's 1 year. I don't think we've talked since since the 1 year birthday.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's probably true, right? Because that happened the first. Then I've been busy with the play since. Yeah. Wow.
So how was the birthday?
Oh my gosh. Birthday. 1 year old. Who wouldn't want to go to 1 year old birthday party? It's everybody's dream.
Exactly.
No, it was great. There was a lot of great family support turnout and friends. And I don't know that he knew it was for him, but
I was just going to ask. Yeah.
He had a lot of fun. There's a lot of younger kids that came with other people having kids that show up with their kids. And lots of playtime with the little cousins. And we just had it at a park, nothing.
Oh, okay. Nice.
My wife made an incredible watermelon cake, which was just made from watermelon, stacked in pieces with other fruit kind of. So it looks from the outside like it's an actual cake, but it's just a big chunk of watermelon cut to look like it's a cake.
Is there any kind of pretend like frosting, or is it just the watermelon you're seeing?
Just the watermelon.
Okay.
And fruit of other
That
kinds.
sounds really good.
Some passion fruit sprinkled over the edge, and mint, and blueberries, strawberries, blackberries. As if that was decoration on a normal cake, if it was, a fruit-inspired cake. And it looks real pro. I'll have to send you a photo. I can't believe we haven't talked since then. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot that. Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was, I think, just as much for us to share with friends and family who either have been a part of the journey thus far or maybe haven't seen us because we've been on this journey for the year. Right. All of the family, both sides, were more or less, all of them were in town and helping, and
nice.
Couldn't have done it without them. So if they do listen, I hope they know how grateful we are. And it's just special to see, because in photos years from now, just similar to this, there will be the documentation of all of them being there for that birthday and for him to see it. But also, it was in so many ways also for us. And in that regard, it was lovely. Everyone was so kind to show up and support and help and give some gifts, which was, he's got more things he'll ever need, but that's, I think, just kind of par for the course. And we're trying to slowly introduce things and remove things and pass things on. So it's not just the hoarding of toys,
Right.
Because at the end of the day, he likes the box that came in more. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, you're fine. Was there anything that he got that you were like, oh, snap, this is amazing?
I think the best thing, and maybe it's selfishly more for us and our excitement about it, but there's I guess it's called that. It's like a kids museum, but it's not just like, oh, the kids museum. It's a kind of learning adventure mystery museum thing that a buddy of mine got us. And I can't wait to be able to take him and to explore and to just, it's play, but it's learning. And just because it is getting to that point where he can do so much more than just lay on his back or tummy and, play with something.
Right.
He's getting around, still not walking.
He's not walking. Okay.
But we're pretty close. We've had definitely like 2 or 3 steps, or if I say, you want to hold my hand? He'll just hold one hand and we'll walk side by side and he'll walk.
And he's fine walking like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was a cool gift. And I think just so thoughtful. Our friend that gave us that.
Yeah.
The other things are, fairly typical kid things that are sweet and fun and, he'll love to engage with. And, there are certainly some that are like, oh man, let's not do the electronic things that I don't ever want to hear turned on, like plastic. But we didn't get too much of that. But there was some.
Good. How did he react to the birthday song? Did it freak him out?
No, I think he was sitting in my wife's lap on the other side of the cake because everyone was in front of us, and I think it was just like, what are all these people doing?
Yeah.
But also he was completely distracted because he loves blueberries. And if he sees a blueberry and if he doesn't get one when he sees it and get it in his mouth instantly, he's pointing and yelling and he wants it now. So he saw blueberries and was just like pointing and freaking out and then being like, you're all singing, but there are blueberries here. Oh my God. What are you doing? He is a blueberry monster.
That's amazing.
You can't, if you open the fridge and the container that we keep, after we do like the baking soda wash, rinse, whatever, and then put it into this little container so that at any moment, if you want strawberries or blueberries or whatever fruit you have in the house, you can just grab it. You don't have to worry about washing it. And so we have a little container and he knows it very well. So you have to hide it so that if you happen to open the fridge and he's by you, he doesn't go, blueberries. He's not saying blueberries, but.
Is he saying anything similar to blueberry? Like, is he trying to say it?
No, I don't think so. I mean, he understands the word.
Yeah.
To where if it's like asking my wife, hey, has he had any BLUEBERI? Yes. Has he had any of those yet?
Right.
Because if you say it, he hears it and he thinks, that's what's coming. Yeah. And like there's a book he has called Jamberry, which is a book by Bruce Degen. I don't know. The weird things you remember as the parent reading the books. But that was my wife's growing up, and it's important to them and their family because of the amount of time they spent in Maine growing up, in particular on her mom's side, that side of the family. And so I read that to him a lot, and he loves the book. So
really,
it's all about berries in general, but the first few pages are 1 berry, 2 berry, pick me a blueberry, and it's just like, he loves it. But I feel like maybe when you do say, hey, do you want a blueberry? He'll like, he'll try, but then it's just like pointing and screaming until he gets one.
Right. So how is he at 1 year old is he wearing like clothes that are like for 1 year old, or like what is his, where's his size?
Yeah,
in?
we did the whole clean out. 6 to 9 months are out. The 1 year plus whatever thing is in. And thankfully we were gifted some clothes too, because it's one of those things where, oh yeah, he's not gonna get to wear this anymore. I love that outfit. Oh my god, yeah, it's so silly. But it's like, they go through it so quickly. But yeah, we're in the 1 year clothing, and some of that means that it's no longer the kind of like onesie snap underneath the diaper all in one thing. He's actually wearing shirts, which is kind of very new and exciting, very advanced. And he, like, today he's wearing this outfit that the shorts and shirt match, and it's like a button up dinosaur shirt and pants that really class act. This kid, man, button up.
He's got some style.
Oh, he's got style. He's class. I mean, until you take blueberries away, and then everything goes out the window, and he's screaming and yelling at you.
Right.
He's very enthusiastic eater. Which is a nice way of putting, he throws a fit if it doesn't come when he wants it, and if he's waiting too long, you kind of have to like pace it out of like, okay, it's about time to eat. I need to start it so that I don't put him in his high chair, making him wait too long, because otherwise he's just like,
because he knows what goes on in the high chair.
Oh yeah, he's still a great eater. Just loves it. He's getting to a point often with my wife where he won't let her feed him in any way. So it's like, no, you can take my spoon and put something on it, but don't try and put it in my mouth. I'm going to grab it and do it myself, even if it's yogurt and it goes everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he still bottle feeding, breastfeeding? Is he, what's going on with him?
Yes, that we're kind of in the weaning process, so it's still a before bed thing. Okay. And sometimes during the night we're still doing it if he wakes, depending on when. But the idea is to kind of start weaning off of that, because he's having square meals. He's getting some really good meals. And I get the scraps, and they're really good. Let me tell you, because no, I'm doing pretty good about making sure I eat as well with him. But so he is doing well. He had his 1 year checkup, and all the measurements, or things we've been keeping track of, the growth chart, and he's eating well and putting on weight and has grown, and so it was kind of said, you can start doing that, because really what the doctor said is some of this is just kind of, it's comfort feeding at this point. And sometimes you just on the boob because it just is nice and great to be close to mom, and he wants extra comfort, which is great. I mean, but we are looking at like how phasing that out will look, and we're definitely not feeding as much as we were. But I'm still doing the bottle as well before bed if my wife is off at work. And she has cut back to 75% of her schedule that she was doing originally. This month started that, and I think she's really happy with the amount of time. And I think just generally I see the recovery isn't also the day off and then back to work without really getting to spend quality time. Because it's just exhausting what they do, and their scheduling is just kind of crazy all over the place, and so oftentimes the day or two in between shifts was kind of like needing to catch up on sleep, and missing half the day, and then I also need to run these errands, and then I haven't spent any time with my son, and then I'm going back to work, and and I can already see that there's just a little bit more energy, a little bit more rest in there, and so she's able to just get to be with her son and be a part of these milestones, like climbing up the stairs. We're climbing up the stairs now, which is very exciting and terrifying.
I was going to say, is he allowed to, or do you just catch him doing it sometimes?
Well, he can only do it with us because we have the kitty barricade.
Okay,
like
right.
Fences, or there's a better
baby
name
gate?
for it than baby gate. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's running the show here, man?
telling
Baby
you, man.
gate, that's good.
See,
I'm like fences. I put in fences.
the
Barbed
barrier.
wire. Yeah, I build a wall. Yeah, so he can't go up and down without us because they're closed. But when we go up, he doesn't want to be carried up we're still doing down, but he doesn't want to be carried upstairs anymore. He wants to do it himself, which is awesome.
Wow.
It's really cool.
Have you started going down, like the butt scoot going down, or is it always, you always carry him downstairs right now?
We've done some down, but it's the opposite. It's the turn around, because that's what we've been teaching him even when he's on the couch, like turn around. And so if he's on the couch, you don't even have to tell him anymore. He turns around to get off.
Oh, nice.
And so it's kind of the same thing when he goes down, but it gets a little, I don't know if it's just like boring, and he's like, well, what's going on down here? And he wants to turn around. And so we're still kind of like introducing that. But if he's going up, generally you can keep him moving. It takes a little bit longer. And so you just kind of, no, keep going. Come on. Let's go to your room. Which one's your room? Because he'll get up and start going down the hallway. And he's like, stops at the office and then stops at mom and dad's room. It's like, no, keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't want to be carried up. If he has his say, he's squirming to get out of your arms and be put down so he can climb up. The amount that he's speaking, we were going through doing his like 1 year entry into the baby book of like, well, what is he saying? And the vocabulary, I think, is pretty good, but the understanding, you can tell him something. Like today, we got back from the grocery store and I was loading the fridge, and some of the things, just to fit better, had to come out of the plastic or cardboard thing that it came in. And I told him like, hey, take this to mom so you can throw it out. It's trash. And he loves trash cans and trash trucks. Oh, man.
Yeah.
When the trash truck comes by, we're out front and we're waving, and we've got a great relationship with our recycling and trash guys. They always honk their horns, which scares the bejesus out of him because it's so loud. But he loves it.
He's been into the trash man for a while.
Oh yes, okay. So we have talked about this. I thought so, but now if the trash cans are out in a walk or just left out after he is pointing at them and wants to go see them and wants to, there's something about trash. But I digress. Back to the unloading the things into the fridge. I was able to tell him like, take this to mom, and he grabbed it, looked at her, and just started scooting across the alley kitchen with it. And there's just the understanding of things is it's really cool. I feel like you're starting to actually have an interrelationship, like like there's something exchange here. It's not, I'm finally getting something back is what I'm saying. I've been given to this kid for a year. No, it's really sweet to see. So he understands far more than he's speaking, but the words that he does know are pretty clear. And trash is one of them, and then yuck, because that's what we tell him, because it's like, no, don't touch that. Yuck, that's yuck. It's trash. And anytime there is a lion picture or in a book or on a pillow, rawr, rawr.
Wow.
It's just, it's so sweet.
Do you think that's his favorite animal right now?
Yeah, I suppose it probably is. There's quite a few books we have that involve animals. But that's the only one that and a cat. He doesn't do, he's not great at it. Let's be honest.
Look, he can't be amazing at everything right now.
It's true. He's very advanced, but with limitations.
It's either going to be the cat or wearing shirts, and you can't have both.
He's wearing shirts, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I still have to put it on him, but whatever.
But he can't tie his own tie.
Well, sure. I have to draw a line somewhere. I have to have my boundaries. Can't do everything for the damn kid. No, but it's the clear, like, roar, he knows how to do. It's a lion, and then, like, I'll mimic and do sounds with him to, part of the learning process of, like, oh, that's a cow. The cow says moo, and then the next time you're like, which animal says moo? And see if he it's development until he's doing it all. But I'll say meow, and he'll be like, ah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Which cats, I guess, make that sound. He's he's calling back,
especially if you step on him.
Yeah, exactly. It's sweet. There's so many things that he understands, as I've said over and over already. But it's a fun process. I'm very excited to announce that we are dancing.
What?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know you've asked many times about the different, how is music? How is your relationship to music? Well, still lots of music being played a lot, and he's still jamming on the piano and now the guitar. Oh. One of the very cool gifts that he did get from my wife's older brother, my brother-in-law, as they say, was like a music set that has 3 drums, a little xylophone, there's 2 cymbals, there's drums, there's a tambourine that gets removed, there's a
that gets removed.
Yeah, you can pull it out and shake it. I don't get removed. Clearly.
I thought you meant I don't know where the drumsticks are.
Oh no, I meant the tambourine thing can come off. No, I love it. And there are times when he'll want to play, and I can say, "No, Mom's sleeping," and he understands.
Oh wow, okay.
And I can do it in Spanish or English.
Nice.
Like, no, you can't play the piano. Mom's sleeping, and he's just like, and find something else to do.
Yeah.
And so that's also the thing, back to before dancing, with the words and his understanding. I think he probably understands Spanish just as well, if not better.
That's awesome.
Than English. It's really cool. Which makes me like, shoot, I gotta get on my Spanish. These two are gonna be having conversations that I can't even understand.
See?
Thankfully, right now they're very simple, and I can, but it's growing quickly, and she can just go, and he understands it. He understands. It's really remarkable.
Wow.
But we are dancing, and it's so fun. He's just like, like wiggles, and it's just like, yeah, you dancing? And he's like, music gets on, and he's just like,
wow. Yeah. Is there a song that you can put on and to guarantee he will dance?
No, I mean, I'm sure there is, and we just don't realize it yet. But no, if music's on, generally, I guess maybe less of the ambient classical stuff that I do in the morning. Not so much. It's harder to dance to Nocturnes by Chopin. Certainly if your main dance move is wiggle.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't really write that for twerking.
No. But yeah, it's fun, and it's enjoyment. It isn't like he's mimicking us or he saw us do it. We were, as I've said, I think, picked him up and we'll dance a little bit with him. But what he's doing now, it's on his own, and he's enjoying it. You can see that, because he'll look over at you, and he's just like, yeah, and then back to whatever he's doing. It's just like, had to get that dance move out,
Yeah, you got to feel the music. You can't control it.
It's true.
The rhythm is gonna get you.
It's gonna set you free. Yeah.
How is his mischievousness developing? Because I know he's got that little that he likes to do.
Yeah. he's still very much on that track of you really have to be careful of not saying don't do that.
Yeah.
All he gets is, oh, there's already a response to this. And some of it is like the learning lesson on how, because the mischievousness, right? Even like we'll go to story time and he wants to go, if someone's playing with the building blocks after at our house, he just loves to come and knock it over. But it's like these kids are playing and they've built something and you just crawl over and knock it over and they get upset. And it's like, well, you got a response, so you're going to do it again. It's not time to discipline because they don't understand what they're doing. But it is kind of like, how do I learn and help a redirect so that whether it's there at the library or at home, when I say don't do something, well, he's going to do it. Yeah. Because there's a energy about it, and like learning to have that non-reaction when he picks up his whatever and throws it on the ground again, and when he's eating, even if it is in the catchy, to not have a reaction. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard.
I bet.
But you really have to, or we are choosing to, and that's a teaching way or way of not giving too much energy to the negative act and helping redirect it to something else. That's what we're doing. And yeah, it can be tricky. It can be tricky for sure. Really wild changing the diaper, especially with his mom. With me, he's a little bit more, he lets me finish, and then, but with mom, he's like rolling around, turning over. And
really?
Yeah. She's like, why? With you is he, but he does. I don't know.
So there are moments where he noticeably acts differently depending on who he's around, like changing diapers. Like,
well, certainly with that. Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, there's no yogurt feeding anymore from mom. He wants the spoon. He hasn't started grabbing the spoon from me yet with the oatmeal. That's usually the first meal we do, and I'm always the morning person. So I'm almost always doing the first meal with him, sometimes the second. So I haven't had the yogurt experience yet because my wife's been around. So, or
can he use a spoon on his own?
To varying degrees. I mean, yeah, he can grab it, and it's like he knows there's something on it he wants. Is it? Ooh, no. Right. And neither is the fork. It's like he's almost able to stab it on his own and then get it up there, but you kind of have to help guide it. Yeah. And then it's like, he gets it into his mouth and he can pull it off, but it's kind of like watching Mowgli learn how to use silverware when he leaves the jungle. Mowgli, right? That's the kid's name.
Yeah. Mowgli.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just like that.
That's so funny. Yeah.
We're taming a wild animal is basically what I'm saying. The other thing that's really sweet that he does, that again, like the dancing, we didn't teach him a move. He's doing it for himself and he's enjoying it. The other thing that we're trying to figure out, where did he learn this, is when you pick him up or you go to hug him, he pats you on the back.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, I don't do that to you because you're too small. I mean, maybe when I'm burping you, but it's not the same. It's like, hi, it's like, you got it. I don't know. It's a comforting thing that he's doing. It's pretty sweet.
I love it.
I said at the very beginning, I'm going to preface this show with, if you're listening, I don't have a Diaper Diaries, and I feel so guilty about that. And sorry, I didn't want you to listen all the way through, hoping that you would get one. But I do have a substitute.
Oh, okay.
A little true-false game that we can play.
Okay.
To do a callback to the fever thing. We had talked about fevers when he had his first fever, and you had asked a few questions. And I was like, I want to answer, but I'm not certain. So I'm going to ask my wife, who is the expert. And so I have a fever myths and facts game. But that's okay. That's okay. So without further ado,
Yes.
Fever. Let's ask some true-false questions
All right.
to Ed.
Okay.
And I'll play. I mean, I know them. They're the answers in front of me, so it's not fair. True or false, Ed?
Okay.
All fevers are bad for children.
No. Sometimes it's just there to burn stuff away.
True, in the sense that, like, that's a myth. It's not true. Fevers turn on the body's immune system, so fevers are one of the body's protective mechanisms. So it's actually a good thing. Most fevers between 100 and 104 are good for sick children to help the body fight the infection. The exception is babies less than 3 months of age.
Okay.
They should be seen by a healthcare provider right away if it is up in that higher range.
Yeah.
True or false, brain damage occurs when a fever is over 104.
Not necessarily. I'm going to say false.
You got it.
Yeah.
Fevers with infections don't cause brain damage. Only bodily temperatures over 108 can cause brain damage. The body temperature goes as high only with extreme environmental temperatures. For example, if a child is confined in a closed car in hot weather. Don't leave a baby in your car.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, not a good idea.
No.
Anyone can have a febrile seizure triggered by a fever. So a febrile seizure is a seizure triggered by a fever. This happens all the time, true or false. That's where fevers or seizures come from.
Anyone could have one, yes.
No, only about 4%. Well, I guess anyone could. I didn't word that very well. Only about 4% of children have febrile seizures.
Okay.
So it can be a reason they happen. But febrile seizures are scary to watch, but they usually stop within 5 minutes. They cause no permanent harm. Children who have had febrile seizures do not have a greater risk for developmental delays, learning disabilities, or seizures without fever.
This is a very educational episode. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah. I mean, I had to bring something.
Above and beyond is what you're doing. You've gone above and beyond. You could have just been like, you know what? I don't have a diaper diary. Sorry about that. I feel bad.
Poo on you.
Look at that. Look at this. I hope not.
Well, unless you have a baby, then you know all about that. Fevers don't need to be treated. All fevers need to be treated with medicine right away.
No, that's totally false.
Fevers need to be treated only, yes, you're correct, only if they cause discomfort. Okay. Usually that means fevers over 102 or 103, which is kind of in line with what you talked about earlier when I think, he was at 10 something, almost 102 at one point. And it's like, oh, do you need to go? Or often my wife will get texts or calls from family or friends who's like, oh my God, he's got this. Should I think I'm on my way into the emergency room, and she'll be like, have you tried Tylenol? And I'm like, oh no, it's so high. I just thought, and it's like, well, I'd save yourself a wait room visit, of like 4 hours, which is pretty low even for most emergency rooms these days, to try that first. And, oftentimes it will reduce.
Right. I love that.
Yeah. And this is in line with that. I guess I'll just continue. But without treatment, fevers will keep going higher. So do they need to get oh, no, that's the question. Is that true or false?
Without treatment, fevers will go higher?
Yeah, like if you
not all the time.
This is correct. Wrong, because the brain has a thermostat. Mm-hmm. Fevers from infection usually top out at 103 or 104. Next question.
Yes.
If a fever doesn't come down, if you can't, quote unquote, break the fever, the cause is serious, as in needs more immediate care.
I'm going to say false.
That's a myth. Yeah, so fevers that don't respond to fever medicine or breaking the fever can be caused by a virus or bacteria. Whether the medicine works or not does not relate to the seriousness of the infection. How a child looks is what's important.
This is really good because, I at least for me, I feel like we live in a society where fevers seem to be like one of the most horrific things that can happen to your baby. And once a fever hits, all panic starts to break out. And so it's really cool to hear these because, even when your child was sick and I was like, you didn't have to go to the emergency room, and you're like, well, no, because it was this. And so it's kind of, taking the teeth away from just the idea of fevers and this big monster that's out to get you. It's real. I'm really glad that you're bringing this up.
Yeah, same. I think that is one of the things that my wife deals with a lot is, well, he's had a fever and it's like, well, one, have you tried Tylenol? Did it go down?
Yeah.
Two, are they eating and drinking normally? If yes, okay, continue. That's, how did they look? Like that you just said. And when those are put to, the parent, it's like, oh, yeah, it isn't as big a deal. It's like, well, yeah, you get a fever as an adult. And I think the fear is like that whole idea that the seizure is going to come because it's bad for the brain or it's bad for development, but so here's a follow-up to that. And I won't, there's quite a few, but we're not too much. Well, you got a few more. Let's just keep going. True or false? If the fever is high, like in that over 100 up into 104 and even higher, the cause is serious.
No, false.
You're right.
Yes.
If the fever is high, the cause may or may not be serious. If your child looks very sick, the cause is likely to be more serious. But, doesn't mean that just, again, it's the, how do they look? How are they acting? My wife talks all the time in both directions where it's like, well, he's got to, when did you last take the temperature? Well, like right before we came. Well, what was it? It's like 102. Well, was it 102 or like 102? Well, it was 102. Okay. He's running around the room. He hasn't cried once.
Right.
I gave him fluids. He drank. He ate some snacks I saw when I came back in from the last time that you gave him from whatever bag you brought. All things are showing we're okay. We have a fever.
Yeah.
And so it's going to run its course. Yeah, you want to keep an eye and make sure those things don't change. And then the opposite, I've heard the opposite, where it's like, well, I wasn't sure, so I just came in. And it's like, your kid looks awful. When was the last time they ate, drank, pooped, peed? Like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, you don't know. Like, the kid is so lethargic and just sitting there. Are they always like this? No, usually they play. Or what? It's like, oh God, okay. Yeah, we need to run some tests. We need to dig in. This is probably more than just blah, blah, fever. So, yeah. Just because it is high doesn't mean it's a serious thing. True or false, temperatures between 98.7, one above our normal, 98.6, temperatures between 98.7 and 100 are low-grade fevers.
I would even call them a fever. I'll say false.
Correct. In a sense, it's a myth because these temperatures are normal variation.
Okay.
In the sense that the body can fluctuate at times. You feel hot, you have a hot flash, or you wake up quickly, you feel dizzy or whatever. Sometimes I feel nauseous. I can feel my temperature raising or whatever. So that's a myth. It's the body's temperature normally goes through changes throughout the day. It peaks in the late afternoon and evening, and actual low grade fever is when it's past your 100 threshold.
Okay.
So yeah, even when you hit 100 is when you really start paying attention to it's a fever. The other ones can be bodily variations depending on what time of day is and who you are as a person. Some people will always run a little low or a little high. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. And just to finish this one, there is a old saying. I don't
Okay.
know. I wasn't familiar with it, but you feed a fever. No, sorry. You feed a cold, you starve a fever. Have you ever heard that before?
I've heard that, but if you were to ask me, I wouldn't have remembered which way it went.
Yeah. So the saying goes, feed a cold, starve a fever. Is this a myth or a fact?
Feed a cold, starve a fever. I'm gonna say, yeah. There's some truth to that.
No, it's an
Oh,
old
darn.
saying, and it should be ignored. Fevers cause the body to lose fluids through sweating and breathing. So children with fevers need extra fluids. Children with a fever may or may not be hungry for food. But if they are hungry, offer the food that they choose. It is a helpful thing to do.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, summary, remember that fever is fighting off your children's infection and is what a natural bodily reaction is.
I like it.
Yeah. There you have it, folks.
What is that you're looking at? What's your source there?
My wife through Children's Hospital, an email that she sent
I like
me
it.
with. I think it's a mailer that they give out to. It's like a misconceptions about the dangers of fever.
That's
are
awesome.
commonplace. Unwanted fears about harmful side effects from fever cause loss of sleep, unnecessary stress for many parents. Let's let the following facts help you put the fever into perspective.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to your wife for sharing and for
course.
educating us and hopefully dissuading some fears that someone, if they're listening to this, might have or are experiencing right now. That's awesome.
Yeah, or even for themselves. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
I have a different perspective on if I'm sick and I go, I'll see if I have a fever.
Yeah,
What it actually means and what I need to do.
I love it. Thank you for
So
that.
yeah, no poo, a little lesson for you. How about that?
Look
A
at
rhyme
that.
and a rhyme to
little
close out.
Mad Men Don Draper jingle writer. You all right?
Oh goodness.
Well, Lane, it's great to chat with you again, man.
too.
Thanks for sharing as always, and wow, a year in, and congratulations, man. You guys you're killing it. You're killing it, and
Hey, we're dancing over here. I'll say that much.
I love it. You're dancing and eating blueberries like no one's business.
Oh yes.
Skip the traffic and save with $10 round trips from Boston to the Cape during the Cape Flyers Anniversary Celebration in June. Relax and enjoy free Wi-Fi, wheelchair accessibility. You can even bring your pet or bike for free. Arrive refreshed after an adult beverage and light fare. It's the most convenient way to get to the Cape from 6 different starting points. Reservations are never required, and this month your round trip is just $10. Visit capeflyer.com for schedules and fares.